Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper, and it's time to take a look at the news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. We start the program with breaking news. USA Wrestling has just announced the hiring of a new freestyle national coach. Let's roll back to April. Zeke Jones served 5.5 years at the helm of the men's freestyle program. He announced he'd take the head coaching position at his alma mater, Arizona State. Well, this past Tuesday, during a press conference for the Beat the Streets Gala in New York City, Associate Executive Director Les Gutchess announced the hiring of Bruce Burnett. Burnett has served as the national freestyle coach for USA Wrestling for 2 Olympic cycles between '93 and 2000 and will now lead the program through the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Bruce Burnett is our new head freestyle coach. I had the opportunity to wrestle for Bruce as an athlete, and I really appreciated his systematic and methodical approach to preparing me for the World Championships, and I know that our athletes are going to respond well. I never walked out there and felt unprepared for a match, and I'm looking for you guys to have a chance to work with him. And from an administrative standpoint, I'm especially excited about taking all that knowledge that Bruce has and institutionalizing it and putting it into USA Wrestling's programs for years to come and long beyond him. And the plan is for Bruce to take us through the 2016 Games in Rio. And then after that, we'll look for a head coach for the next few quads.
Burnett brings a lot of success to the position, having already led the U.S. to world team titles in men's freestyle in both '93 in Toronto, Canada, and again in 1995 in Atlanta, Georgia, the only 2 times in history. The U.S. also captured the highest medal count in men's freestyle at the '96 Olympic Games in Atlanta. He coached Olympic champs Kendall Cross, Tom Brands, and Kurt Angle at the '96 Olympic Games, and Olympic champion Brandon Slay at the 2000 Olympics in Sydney, Australia. Team USA won 5 medals at the '96 Olympics and 4 more at the 2000 Games. 9 U.S. athletes combined for 11 world titles during Burnett's previous tenure as coach. A total of 17 athletes who competed on the freestyle team under Burnett have been elected into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. Let's take a look at some of the all-time greats who competed for the man. Dave Schultz, Bruce Baumgartner, Kevin Jackson, Kendall Cross, Kurt Angle, Kenny Monday, Brandon Slay, Tom and Terry Brands, Zeke Jones, Melvin Douglas, Les Gutchess, Lincoln McElravy, Stephen Neal, Pat Smith, Kerry McCoy, and Eric Guerrero. Burnett was most recently the head coach at the United States Naval Academy, where he served 13 years until his retirement in September of 2013. Burnett led the Middies to a record of 113-57 and coached 10 EIWA champs and 10 All-Americans at the Academy. With just more than 2 years before the Rio Games, Team USA is in great hands. Olympic champion Jordan Burroughs talks with us about looking forward to working with Coach Burnett.
Yeah, he's a great coach. He's got an old school style, but it's definitely effective. He's been working with us for the last couple of months. He was here at the World Cup, training with us at the Olympic Training Center leading up to that event, and headed out to LA with us. So I think he's a great coach. He's going to do great things for the program, and regardless of who the coach is, the goal is always the same: bring home world and Olympic gold medals. So it's just all about maintaining. I think he's going to help us improve. He's going to help us to be in the best shape as possible, and he's going to put us in the best position to win. But I think that we're going to do all those things ourselves because we pride ourselves in being successful. We hold ourselves to a high standard, and he's just going to be the vessel that's going to help us get to where we want to be.
2-time world team member Brent Metcalf.
Yeah, I'm real excited about that. I think it was a good choice. Like you said, with the World Cup, he was around, and there's a lot of great energy there. I don't have a whole lot of experience with him maybe before that. I knew him, just by passing, but I liked his leadership there. I like the kind of the things that he stands for, and I think that he'll do a lot of great things for USA Wrestling.
Coach Burnett joined the team in New York for the Beat the Streets Gala to start his new assignment.
I was approached by Rich Bender and Les Gutchess, and they came out and we sat down and talked, and it's a situation where we're in the middle of a quadrennium, and anytime you get around elite athletes, you have to be excited about that opportunity. The situation for me was really simple. If my wife could get on board, if Karen could adjust to the lifestyle that we have to do and make the commitment, then we were going to do it. And we talked about it, prayed about it, and made the decision we were in 100%.
Our news continues when we do. Stay tuned.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Now let's take a look at one of the most anticipated events of the year, the annual Beat the Streets Gala in New York. Mike Novogratz and his staff and volunteers of Beat the Streets pulled together a great event. For the third time, the gala was back in Times Square for an 11-bout card featuring Team USA versus a team of World All-Stars. At the annual pre-event conference, Beat the Streets Executive Director Jim Fallis.
We're a youth-based organization. We provide opportunities. We work very closely with the Department of Education and providing opportunities to kids kindergarten through 12th grade to get involved and participate in the sport of wrestling. And it's not just wrestling that they're involved in. We work with them in tutoring, mentoring, helping them in all phases where they need help and where they feel they want to get some assistance. So this event, which obviously the wrestling is a big part of it, and then certainly the after party is where we raised close to $1.5 million, and we don't have the final numbers yet for this year. That drives most of our nonprofit organization throughout the course of the year.
Well, the press conference was a great opportunity for the wrestlers to have some fun and promote their sport. A mock weigh-in was held for the media where the wrestlers got up on the scale and then posed with their opponents. In addition to the 11 American stars, this year's All-Star team featured wrestlers from 7 different countries. The team was made up of Olympic and world champs, world medalists, and European champions. Jordan Burroughs talked about this year's event.
I just love the atmosphere. I think it's the coolest place to wrestle out of any venue I've ever competed in the entire world. There are a lot of people watching, non-traditional wrestling fans, people that have watched wrestling for years. My family gets a chance to come out and see me since I'm so close to home. And it's just a great place. The weather's beautiful. You know, we're standing right next to Central Park here in the NYC. It's a historic venue, and it's just a great place to compete.
Olympic bronze medalist Randy Miller was getting ready to compete in her first Beat the Streets event in Times Square.
It's been an uphill battle, getting used to wrestling again, and uphill battle with getting down to the weight class I would like to be at. But at the end of the day, you know, I love what I do, and I'm having fun, and I just want to keep getting better and see how far I can take this thing. Yeah, I'm nervous before every match. It's just how it is. I mean, nervous, excitement maybe can be one and the same, but I definitely get that butterfly feeling beforehand, before I wrestle anyone. I get it in practice. So.
Two-time Hodge Trophy winner David Taylor competed last year at Grand Central Terminal and was getting ready for his Times Square debut.
It's a great opportunity when you get to wrestle some of the best guys in the world. It turned out the guy I wrestled last year has been the #1 guy in the world for most of the last year and a half. So that's a great opportunity when you wrestle a guy at that caliber, and then also to be involved in an event like Beat the Streets. and the opportunity you get to wrestle on Grand Central Station and now in Times Square. It's just really cool what wrestling's you're starting to be able to do, and under the kind of leadership and guidance of great people like Mike Novogratz, it's a pretty special time.
World silver medalist Helen Morales was looking forward to another appearance in Times Square.
I love competing in New York City. There's no kind of event like this, wrestling outside on a mat in the middle of Times Square. And on top of all that, it's for a great cause. They're raising money for the Beat the Streets program, so it's just an incredible event all around. My goals never change, win the trials, win the Worlds, and then continue on and train to win the Olympics. So last year I fell short of that goal, but I've made tons of adjustments and I have the right people behind me, so it's a process, and I definitely think I'm better, and I think I'm ready.
Brent Metcalf was ready for a tough opponent, world bronze medalist Magomed Kurbanliev of Russia.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this opportunity. I got to do this 2 years ago out in Times Square, and it was a blast. It was amazing. The atmosphere that they were able to create there was a lot of fun, and hope to replicate that again and have a great opponent to wrestle against. He's had a whole lot of success. Really, he is the #1 ranked guy at my weight right now, so that's where I want to be. I think just wrestling hard is smart, like I say a lot, but especially for these Russians, I think that their probably goal is to come out and try to get some big points early and end it. They don't really want to go the whole match. For me, the duration of that match, things will go my favor. So just be smart and just get to where I want to be, get to my offense, and get on top of score.
Competing in Times Square is a big deal for both Team USA and the international athletes. Canadian star Haslin Garcia talked about the opportunity.
Well, I'm excited to compete out here. It's a great event. You guys have it every year. I usually watch it on the internet and stuff like that. I always wanted to wrestle out here because, it's a good thing you all do for the sport. And I'm excited to wrestle tomorrow. Well, this year I wanted to get me a medal because, I'm always being close, like you said, but I never have it, I never get it. So I'm just training hard, doing my things to get that medal at the World Championships. The Americans, they love the sport, they go hard, and that's what I like.
Of course, next week we'll have a full recap of the event. USA Wrestling wants to thank our friends at the NBC Sports Network for the great same-day coverage of that event. Well, this last week, some of the nation's best 15 to 17-year-olds, the FIDA cadet wrestlers, competed at the Pan American Cadet Championships in Recife, Brazil. It was a great weekend for Team USA. They came home with 17 gold medals over the three-day event. The men's team featured several athletes who competed in both Olympic styles, and the USA would go on to earn the team trophy as well in freestyle and Greco. Now let's take a look at the 5 athletes who left Brazil as Cadet Pan Am champs, the doubles that is. Kate Olivas of California at 46 kilos, Dayton Fix of Oklahoma at 54 kilos, Nick Lee of Indiana at 58 kilos, Mason Manville of New Jersey at 69 kilos, and Tyler Johnson of Illinois at 85 kilos. Dayton Fix won all 4 of his freestyle bouts by tech fall and outscored his opponents some 42-1. He picked up the golden wrestling shoe as the outstanding wrestler of the competition. He was also named the Mat.com Wrestler of the Week. Additional freestyle titles came from Cody Phippen of Kansas at 42 kilos and Caden Gefeller of Oklahoma at 50 kilos. Winning a Greco-Roman title was Michael Smith Jr. of Maryland at 100 kilos. Now we go to the women's scores there. The women's team was very strong. 4 individual champs and a third-place team trophy. The U.S. picked up gold medals from Haley Cox of Utah at 43 kilos, Jennifer Juarez of New York at 49, and Maya Nelson of Colorado at 56 kilos, and Jessica Ruddier of Wisconsin at 65. The event also served as a qualifier for the Youth Olympic Games in Beijing, China, that take place this August. Well, the USA will send 1 wrestler in men's freestyle and 1 in Greco-Roman to be determined during the FIDA Cadet Nationals in late May. Assistant women's national coach Aaron Tamil coached the women's team at the event and talked about the overall U.S. performance.
We faced some challenges heading into the tournament, but after we got all the wrinkles ironed out, the U.S. had a very strong presence there in Recife, Brazil for the Cadet Pan Ams. The boys freestyle and Greco swept the team titles. They had 7 champs in freestyle and 6 in Greco, 4 being dual champs. And the cadet girls also had a strong performance with 6 champs and 2 bronze out of our 8 athletes that competed. Congratulations to all of our young wrestlers on a tremendous job. Well done.
There's more when we return on the other side of the commercial break. Stay tuned.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, the field for the upcoming U.S. World Team Trials is starting to fill up, with the first of two senior regional championship qualifiers now in the books. This last week, the Northeast Regional was held in East Stroudsburg, PA. 3 athletes from Ohio State competing for the OSU Regional Training Center claimed gold in freestyle and earned a trip to the trials in Madison. The champs for the Buckeyes included Nathan Tomasello at 125, Josh Demas at 154, and Bo Jordan at 163. Tomasello is currently redshirting during his freshman year. He scored a 10-0 tech fall over Ben Wilford in the finals. Jordan is also a redshirt, scoring a tech fall over Jedson Ziegler in his finals bout. Demas edged Rutgers wrestler Anthony Ashnault 7-6 in the finals. NCAA champion Cameron Simez of Cornell won the title at 213 pounds with a pin over Abram Ayala of Fort Lauderdale. 2 minutes 9 seconds time of the fall. The other individual champs include former Old Dominion star Kyle Hutter at 134, former App State grappler Austin Trotman at 189, former Penn State and Iowa State star Nick Fanthorpe at 143, and Army heavyweight Trevor Smith. On the Greco side of the roster, it was a good day for the U.S. Marines. They had 3 champions, including Aaron Khalil at 130, Robbie Neal at 176 pounds, and Donald Simmons at 216 pounds. One of the other Greco champs was 2-time NCAA All-American Kyle Borshoff. He won all of his matches by tech fall or pin. Next up on the senior regional schedule, the Northern Plains, coming to Waterloo, Iowa, May 9th through the 10th. We expect to see each and every one of you there. Well, the USA Greco-Roman squad is preparing for one of the biggest events of the year, the Greco-Roman World Cup. That'll take place in Tehran, Iran, May 15th and 16th. The U.S. has not competed in the World Cup in Greco since 2008, and the athletes and coaches are itching to get into the competition. One of the most successful American stars in the sport, heavyweight Robbie Smith. He was 5th at the 2013 World Championships and has won a number of gold medals at the international events this year. Smith was getting ready for the World Cup with some intense workouts at the Olympic Training Center and talked with USA Wrestling's Richard Immel.
Really happy that it is happening this year. It's been, I think, 6 years since we've even qualified for it. So I'm stoked. I'm really glad I'd be on the team. I'm really happy that, my placing helped put us there. So I'm excited for it. There's going to be some great competition at heavyweight. I'm going out balls to the walls and just trying my hardest and see what happens. If I wrestle how I've been wrestling, I think we're going to have some good results. The team, we don't have the W cap guys, so there's some spots missing, but we got some good replacements, and I think we're gonna wrestle our asses off and go out there and try our best. And I don't think we can not win it. I think we have to be on. If we're on, I think we can be the best in the world. So it should be good.
Now let's head south to Gainesville, Georgia, where earlier this month USA Wrestling and Team Georgia organized a USA Wrestling Skills Academy at North Hall High. It's a pilot program and a new concept aimed at developing the skills of our young athletes in folk style, freestyle, and Greco. The Skills Academy is a 6-week course where top clinicians visit state and regional level events to help athletes learn the USA Wrestling core curriculum. Georgia has acted in conjunction with USA Wrestling's national office to test the concept. The first of this year's 6 Skills Academy events was held at North Hall, and about 180 boys and girls from Georgia, Tennessee, and South Carolina attended. The day started with a 4-hour freestyle tournament, followed by an hour and a half of skills development, and ended with a 4-hour Greco tournament. Technicians for the Skills Academy included Life University head coach Mike Miller and 2-time NCAA Division I All-American Matt Moley of Central Michigan. National Coaches Education Manager Mike Clayton talked about the success of the event.
It's a quick day. The parents and the kids come in, they get some competition, they get some learning, they get some more competition. They're out in a really good, quick time, so it makes it a fun day. And so they've learned skills, they've learned how to use them on the mat, and even one of the kids in Georgia a couple weeks ago had mentioned that one of the throws that he had learned during the Skills Academy technique clinic, he'd used it in his Greco match to throw a kid, and he got a 5-point move out of it, so he was pretty excited. So it's been a great format that way.
Well, stay tuned. We have more news when we continue. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Last week, we were not able to fit into the program the growth of the Las Vegas Open Kids and Cadet Championships. The event was expanded to include all ages this year, and young wrestlers from Bantam through Cadet were able to compete Greco, folk style, and freestyle. Well, the young athletes also had the opportunity to compete on the 2 raised mats in the Golden Circle with music and spotlights and other great production values. It was a great time for the athletes and families. When the freestyle finals came to a close, USA Wrestling recognized the Las Vegas Open Championships Triple Crown winners, all who won gold medals during the week in all 3 styles. Let's take a look as they go up on center stage, all ages, all sizes, posing with world champion and national coach Bill Zadek as Triple Crown champs. Congratulations. Other highlights from the week in Vegas was the autograph session hosted by USA Wrestling, featuring some of the sport's greatest athletes and heroes. Each day, a number of different stars volunteered their time to meet with young athletes and families, including 2-time Olympic champ and 3-time world champ Bruce Baumgartner, Olympic and world champ and record-setting coach and legend Dan Gable, world Greco champ and current MMA star Joe Warren. Well, the 2014 Open in Vegas was a huge success. We surely want to thank all the thousands of people who came from all over the country to participate in the annual extravaganza. Well, May will be a busy month for USA Wrestling. Action will continue in all age groups and styles around the country. As we mentioned, the Northern Plains Junior and Senior Regional will take place in Waterloo May 8th through the 10th. Well, the Body Bar Women's Nationals will include FIDA Junior, FIDA Cadet, and Kids action. It will take place in Irving, Texas, May 16th through the 18th. Also taking place on the same weekend, the Central Regionals in Indianapolis, Indiana. Action there in Kids, Cadet, and Junior divisions. The ASICS FIDA Cadet and University Nationals will return to Akron, Ohio, May 22nd through the 25th. And Madison, Wisconsin will host the FIDA Junior World Team Trials and the Freestyle World Team Trials May 29th through June 1st. And the Beach Nationals will take place in Carolina Beach, North Carolina, May 30th through the 31st. So don't forget the Southern Plains Regionals in Dodge City, Kansas, May 29th through the 1st of June. We hope to see you at one or more of these exciting events. Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures are sent in from around the country by fans and families of the sport. They're also being considered for our photo contest page in our magazine, USA Wrestler, and our USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week's picture was taken by Sharon Campione and shows fourth grader Ethan Barr, the Columbia Wrestling Club in Missouri, scoring a pin at the recent Fulton Wrestling Club tournament. Have your pictures considered for our contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Well, that'll do it for this week's show. From all of us at USA Wrestling each and every week, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching.